Hi everyone, welcome back. You're still with us here on the C Morning Show, and as we enter our first discussion of the morning, we're going to dive into the world of parenting. Now, as many of you know, parenting includes education, care, protection, and observation of our children's development all the way until they mature into adults. And that makes it crucial for us to start this as early as possible.
Yes, but you know, this is the great thing about the internet, right? Because you can find a lot of information that you need for your child's development. And one that we have in Indonesia is actually pretty brand new, Paul. It was released, or it was, it was actually launched in 2023. Exactly. I'm still figuring out the years. It's called Lily Play and Learn. So today we are going to discuss or talk about or find out more about Lily Play and Learn with the founder, Aulia Fitriani Kuntari. She's also an occupational therapist. Good morning, Aulia.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
So what is Lily Play and Learn?
Okay, so Lily Play and Learn is a platform in social media that help parents to learn more about how they can help their child development. Either it's in a typical or atypical development children.
What do you mean typical and atypical?
Okay, typical children is what we usually call a normal child.
Right. Oh, okay.
Children with no problem
Right.
in their development.
Right.
But atypical children is children that have some kind of developmental delay or some problems in their development, such as speech delay.
Yes, which happened a lot because of the pandemic. Yes.
Autism spectrum disorder and
Right.
attention and deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Sure. So these are some of those things that you've mentioned have actually, like Marissa said, over the pandemic, those numbers seem to have gone up. Is this one of the reasons why you initiated Lily Play and Learn? Because there seems to be more of a need these days for this.
Yeah. Actually, the data shows from IDAI, Ikatan Dokter Anak Indonesia, in 2018, it's only 5% until 10% children in Indonesia having a developmental delay.
Special needs, basically.
But in 2022, there's 30%. 30% children in Indonesia having a developmental delay. It's a really huge number, right? So we have to take action for that. And what I can see in this platform in Instagram, there's a lot of pediatrician and psychologists. It's actually really good for they can help parents to learn about the nutrition and their mental health. But I think the therapists can also help parents because our therapist is we learn more in details, like what activities can parents give to their child to stimulate in their home, like that. So I have to take action to prevent this to
Getting worse, right?
Yeah, of course. So what is the children's age that you're focusing on here? Which child development age?
For 0 until 5 years old.
Oh, it's just 0 until 5?
Yeah.
Because it's the golden age?
Yeah.
I see. So what sort of knowledge would you share on your social media platform, especially in terms of child development from age 0 to 5?
Mostly, my specialty is in sensory stimulation, gross motor and fine motor, like that. But I also work with speech and language pathologists, so I also share some kind of information about speech and language development too.
What happens when children are not sort of like they don't receive the right education,
Treatment.
or treatment from the age of 0 to 5? What will happen to their development after?
Okay. So it's actually really crucial to give early intervention in the terms of 0 until 5, because after the age of 5, our brain is no longer plastic like the 0 until 5.
It's not as
it's not as like from 0 until 5, our brain is really plastic. Like we can learn everything. Okay, so from 0 until 5, if children didn't get the early intervention, we might see them later in their school age. When they go to primary school, they will have a difficulty to social interaction.
Interesting.
Yeah. And when they have a difficulty to interact with their friends,
Yes.
of course they will have a lack of confidence.
Absolutely.
Lack of confidence, and it will just connected with each other. They will have a difficulty in academic, and their parents will have an expectation. Their parents will stress. When their parents stress, the children will
It's-
also
Yeah,
stress.
yeah.
It just have
Yeah, it's
Chain
a
reaction.
vicious cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I was telling Aulia earlier before we came on air that I have a child in therapy. You know, my son, our
Yeah.
second, and he started when he was 2. And I would say in the beginning, I would bring him to like these small groups. I've started at 3 years old putting him in a small, let's say an art group or early sensory group. And when the kids introduced themselves, they would go around the table and so, hi, my name is so and so, hi. And then when it got to him, he never said anything. And I could see there was a bit of a lack of confidence plus the lack of communication skills. But fast forward till now, he's about 4.5.
Yeah.
And when he walks into class, before he gets to the desk, he's like, hi. And he just, and I think it goes to show that these sort of sensory exercises and motor skills, it helps trigger the communication skills. And when you have communication skills, you do feel more confident.
Of course.
Now, one thing that is unique with Lily Play and Learn is that, you know, my son goes to a place where there's an actual therapist that deals with him and they have their own private session.
Yeah.
But you are actually dealing with the parents.
Yeah.
And then the parents will start to apply these exercises to the kids. Why do you feel that's important?
Okay, so when we talk about intervention for developmentally delayed children, it's actually when we talk about a child developmental clinic, it's still centered in Jabodetabek actually. Yeah, there's almost all of the child developmental clinic is only in Jabodetabek, even in Central Java, even in Java Island, there's not even one child developmental clinic in every city.
Yes.
Yes.
Or even village or town, right? Yeah.
So not every parents have that privilege to go to bring their child to child developmental clinic. So it's even the parents in Jabodetabek, maybe they're not have the privilege to go there because of economic factor.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have to take concern of that. I have to provide services that it can every parents.
It's accessible for
Yeah.
anyone, anywhere.
Yeah.
Plus, does it actually help if, because now I'm imagining for the parents to be able to perform some of these sensory exercises with the kids, does that help the bond between the child and the parent as well?
Yeah.
To grow? Okay.
Yeah. That's the positive impact too. Yeah. So the parents get more knowledge, and the parents will have more time to play with the guidance from therapists like that. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
important.
So it is free. I mean, everybody around Indonesia or all over the world, really, if they want to, they can access your platform.
Yeah.
So your Instagram?
Yeah.
An Instagram in there?
Our website.
Website?
Yeah.
Your website would be what? Lily and Play?
Yeah.
Lily Play and...
No, our website still Halo Aku Lily because of my TikTok account.
Okay, hello, Aku Lily.
Yeah.
All right. What's the program that you have for this month?
Oh, for this month?
Yeah.
Okay, for this month in our Instagram we hold a lot of events like live Q&A with our therapists.
Nice.
So parents can ask a question in our question box in Instagram story.
Lovely.
And we will have a live Instagram with our therapists. And then, like that. It's all free. Parents can.
It's all free. That's amazing. And I just love this sort of apps or platform because it is true when we raise our children well, one day they'll become adults, right? They'll become a more well-rounded adults.
Agree.
And thus, they hopefully will make better decisions in their lives, and that's impactful towards the people around them as well.
Yeah, it
right?
helps
Whatever
build a
they
better
do.
society
Exactly,
all in all, right?
exactly.
What has the response been like from parents that have actually taken part in some of these sessions? Have you gotten a lot of feedback from them as well in regards to their children's development?
Yeah, actually their feedback is really positive. Yeah, because so many parents tell me that they feel really frustrated when they can get a diagnosis from the doctor or
Yes.
from their psychologist
Yeah.
that their child have a speech delay or autism.
Yes, yes.
But they don't know what to do next.
Right.
They don't know
Yes.
how to stimulate, how can they train their child to have a better conversation, etc. So when they come to us, they feel really we help them.
How should parents approach diagnosis, right? Like, for example, I have a friend, she's a mom, and her son has been diagnosed with autism. But autism is a spectrum, right? And she feels, at least that's how she feels, she feels that, oh my gosh, now my son is labeled, and thus the people around her or around him and the way the teachers treat him is in a special way. And I'm not sure as a mom that that's actually helpful for my son's development. How should parents approach these diagnoses that in a way feels like labeling, right?
Yeah. Of course, it's not easy for parents to know that their child having some kind of problem in developmental, of course. And I think parents should approach with their child diagnosis with understanding, of course. Understanding what their child is really need, what their child is actually don't like. And actually, when people around them is treating differently, we should make it like, oh, is it them really try to understand my child? Because if we talk about the children around 0 until 5, they're still learning. There are still a lot of them to learn. So they can't just, they have autism, so they can't just act like other people,
Right.
like typical people. They can't. So if the people around them can have a better understanding to act, to help them, to have a behavior that really help them, it's really helpful.
It's really helpful, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, maybe when we see that our children is already ready to act like more like atypical people, yeah, that's when we should more be just usual to act usual.
There's two sides to this because I hear this all the time. Like, should we put them in just regular
Special,
school? Because when you put a child in a special school, then they'll feel different, right?
Yeah.
And you want them to be, like you mentioned, a part of society as well and integrate themselves as well. But again, it helps to ease that transition if you understand what they're going through as well. And we were talking about this earlier. You know, in a lot of these cases, and actually I would say all these cases, it's the parents that have to learn more than the children.
true.
The children feel just fine. I mean, they're just in their world and everything's great. But we start to panic and we start because we don't know much about it, and it's up to us as adults and as parents to learn more so that we understand what to do with them. Anyway, if you guys want to know more, you can check out Lily Play Learn on Instagram, and there, give them a follow. And I was scrolling through. There's lots of just fun info for you just to get in regards to special needs and how to treat them. And it comes with great illustrations as well and great explanations. So thank you so much, Mel.
Thank you, Aulia.
And thank you for beginning this initiative for all of us parents out there. Hope you were able to find this insightful and gain some knowledge from it as well. We're up for our next short break here, but we will be right back with some world headlines when we return here on the C Morning Show. Stay tuned.
Thank you.